Hello guys, today I'm going to be doing a very interesting topic, and that is a verse battle. Who would win between Super Saiyan Namek Saga Goku versus Momoshiki from, composite Momoshiki besides Naruto Ninja Storm. And we're going to be using base Momoshiki to make this fair, because if I use the merged version, that'd be kind of a one-shot. I also want to clarify one thing. I'm not going to be using scans in this video because I've already got all the scans in my other two videos. So if you want the scans for this video, check out my other two videos. They have all the scans on the speed and strength of these two characters. Thank you. I'll be doing different categories for this fight. Okay. And let's talk about how fast both Goku and Momoshiki is. Now to start off with Momoshiki, since he's the quickest one to get through, since he's the one that I know more about. Well, to start, we know that Naruto, after summoning 50 clones around his level, or making himself around 50 times weaker, was able to blitz the fourth Raikage, who was said to have light speed reactions in his base, and faster than light reactions and movements in his lightning form. For faster than light movements, first we know he was able to blitz Sasuke with his stronger Mangekyo Sharingan, and when I was a kid, Sasuke was able to keep up with Haku. He was said to be able to teleport at light speeds, or, teleport itself using mirror reflections, which is 99% light speed, or light speed itself. So we know that Raikage in his lightning armor was FTL, and the original Naruto, after getting around 50 times weaker, was able to blitz him. And so full power Kurama Chakra Mode 1 Naruto should at least be 50 times more powerful than when he blitzed the Raikage, making him at the bare minimum at least 50 times faster than the speed of light, which will scale massively to Momoshiki. We don't really see many feats in his second state of the Kurama Chakra Mode 2, but we do see another good feat from his Sage of Six Paths form. Well, first, Madara in his base with two Renegans was able to react to a laser, and then he absorbed the 10 tails into himself, making it, I calculated for the 9 tails to be at least 300 times a power boost, and Madara got the 10 tails. And even if we use the same multiplier and say that the 10 tails is at 300 or around that level of power, and then we can get that Naruto in his base Sage of Six Paths mode is at least 300 times faster than the speed of light, which is kind of crazy to think about. I want to address something before we move on. It's people might say, but Raikage had to use a machine to travel faster than to travel at light speed. And same with Tsunade. But there's a difference between combat speed and travel speed. For example, Gotenks was able to fly around the Earth once every 2 seconds, making it slower than light, but his combat speed, scaling from Goku Super Saiyan, should be faster than light. And so if we use the that travel speed equals combat speed, then Gotenks shouldn't be faster than light or anywhere near it. So people should drop that and stop downplaying using travel speed of different characters, or we can also downplay Dragon Ball Z as well. Also, has been proven scientifically that your combat speed is much faster than your travel speed. Yeah, just in case people want to know. And also, I've been seeing this claim that's been going around the internet, this pathetic claim that Raikage is only the speed of lightning, which is kind of sad, really, since there's feats backing up that is much, much faster than lightning. One kid, Kakashi, with nearly no chakra, was able to split a bolt of lightning. First, he was able to blitz, get to the point before the lightning was able to drop down, and was able to cut it in half. Second is how Sasuke with a one Tomo Sharingan could see, or two Tomo Sharingan could see Haku, but with his stronger two Tomo Sharingan couldn't see Naruto moving at all. So yeah, and we all know how fast Haku is. I've already mentioned it before. So people need to drop these ridiculous claims and stop downplaying the Naruto series. See, one thing that's going to be used by Naruto downplays in the future is that Naruto went full power to outrun a train, but this is a ridiculous claim, because Naruto's travel speed as a kid was so fast that he was able to move at Mach 5 or 5 times faster than the speed of sound, and a train can only move around 200 or so miles per hour. And Naruto with his first Kurama tail is around 11 times boost. So it's around 55 times faster than the speed of sound if we just add on the one tails on top of his base state before even learning the shadow claw. So people should drop this also. One more claim that people are going to use is how it's going to take 3 days to travel to a different country. But in Boruto, we see that Chocho and Sarada was able to actually cross an entire country in the span of, I think it was 2 to 5 minutes. So people should drop that because that scene or that manga scan was clearly for plot induced, so that Kishimoto can write more in that in that arc. Let's just call it mini arc. Can definitely see people using this downplays how in Naruto, Zaku was able to use his sound waves and he was able to blitz the likes of Naruto and Lee. But that's a pathetic claim considering that in Boruto, the fodder ninjas that are weaker than Lee and Naruto in his part 1 was able to dodge a supersonic attack casually while off guard as well. And the Zaku arc was a clear outlier since if we use the fact that Naruto was able to move at or travel at Mach 5, and we already know that travel speed is actually slow to combat speed. So people shouldn't really use this because it kind of makes them look a bit stupid, really. Now carrying on to the speeds of Momoshiki. Now we said that base Sage 6 pack Naruto was able to blitz a matter that had gotten 300 times faster than his feet, he was able to react to a laser. So if we downplay and say that his full power is a 2 times boost, I'm gonna at least get a near 600 times boost or faster than like Naruto. And moving on, we don't really get much with the fight from Kaguya since they kind of stay at the same speed for most of the fight. So the next feat we'd have to use is the Momoshiki arc in Boruto. Okay, well, maybe not. Let's just stop here and then say that Momoshiki was as fast as War Arc Naruto, who's around 300 to 600 times combat-wise faster than the speed of light. And now we can move on to Goku's combat speed, which would be, I think it was easier actually in my case to find because it's not really looking too much into many things. It's only one thing that I have to look into, and that's pretty. One thing that people are going to say is that Raditz was stated to be faster than the speed of light with Piccolo, but that wasn't in the manga or the Japanese dub and English sub, so people should stop using that as well because that just makes you look stupid again. To begin with, I've already proved how attacks don't get faster as the opponent, as you get stronger in Dragon Ball Z, as how much weaker characters can dodge attacks coming from stronger characters, and how Android's 18's attack was not fast enough to escape the pull of a black hole, so attacks don't really get faster. It was also shown that Cell's attack Vegeta's attack took a few seconds to get out of Earth and not even past the moon's orbit, so they don't really get faster, they just get stronger. So this shouldn't be used that Dragon Ball Z gets faster, the attacks get faster as the person gets stronger. That's not right, that's wrong. First, we know that Goku with a power level of 300, correct me in the comment section, I don't really know, and if it was 300 or a little bit less, had to be trained to move faster than lightning. So at least with a power level of 300, it was at least the speed of lightning, and we know that light is around 3,000 times faster than lightning. So Goku with the power level of 900,000 would be needed to be light speed, and Goku Namek was power level 3 million in base form, and that would mean he'd be around 4 times faster than the speed of light. And then we boost it by 50 times for his SSJ, making him around 200 times faster than light, which is some people might try to say Berta stated that it was faster than light. You can also say that Berta stated to be the fastest being in Dragon Ball, even knowing that Frieza was much faster and stronger than him. So point 1 for speed goes to Momoshiki, who's around 3 times faster than him. Now let's move on to their destructive capacity, and let's start with Goku. We know that in one guide it states that to bust a normal planet, and I've already did this in my other video, that a normal planet would refer to an Earth-sized planet. It takes a power level of around 10,000 to destroy, and Vegeta at a power level of 18,000. So if you're highball and say that Vegeta is around 2 times planet level. But we can also use the feat where King Vegeta wiped out 3 planets, even though it was due to chain reaction. But let's say his power was capable of wiping out 3 planets. This would mean that final form Frieza would be 12,000 times planet. So they're at least multiple times planet level by the end of Saiyan Saga. And now we have a feat where Frieza was able to destroy planet Vegeta, which is 10 times denser than planet Earth, making Frieza's feet at least 10 times planet level. Some people try to say, well, it's dwarf star level, since some of the debris was able to spread out wide, but this is not right, because the gravity of the planet depends on the density of the planet, meaning this feat was at least 10 times planet level. And since we know that Frieza's final form is around 200 times his normal form, this would make this feat at least this would make this final form at least 2,000 times planet level, which is impressive. Some may say, but Piccolo was able to blow up the moon past its gravitational force, but that wouldn't make him anywhere near planet level. That would still make him moon level, because to actually blow up the moon, you actually need it to force it past its gravitational pull. So that would still be moon level, not planet level, or 3 times planet level, or whatever nonsense that people come up with these days. Let's give the Dragon Ball fans a bit of a break and say that Super Saiyan Goku is star level in his Super Saiyan form. And now we have to look how strong Momoshiki is in his base form. First, we know that Kaguya was capable of blowing up and recreating her dimension, which I was stated would be parallel, meaning that the dimension she was going to blow up at least had a star in it. And remember, Kaguya was actually weakened. So with a weakened Kaguya was gonna blow up her dimensions, which consisted of a star. And Momoshiki was stated, I think it was around 3 to 5 times, to be actually stronger than Kaguya, for all those Kaguya fanboys that keep on telling me that Kaguya would one-shot Momoshiki. Momoshiki's base is at least stronger than Kaguya's, making Momoshiki's base at least multi-star, since a weakened Kaguya was star level, and Momoshiki is stronger than 100% Kaguya. On top of all this, Kaguya itself was scared of Momoshiki and Kinshiki, and had to create an entire army just to fight them off. And Sasuke himself, without even fighting Momoshiki, but just looking at him, already knew that he was going to be a threat greater than Kaguya. So people should stop saying that Kaguya would beat Momoshiki. It's not happening. It's already been stated many times that he's stronger than Kaguya. So Momoshiki is at least, well, in his base form at most, multi-star. So that would mean that Momoshiki gets another check for his destructive capacity. So that's 2 points for Momoshiki and none for Goku. Now for my favorite part of the video, talking about their different techniques and abilities. First, we'll start with Goku. We know it can shoot ki blasts, and it can shoot small and big ones. For example, normal melee ki blasts and kamehamehas and all that. And he's also got the Kienzan, which was stated to cut through anything, but is wrong since it couldn't cut through Cell or Jiren. We know that that statement shouldn't be taken seriously. He's also capable of putting up a ki shield, and he can burst out his energy. He can release his energy into explodes or something like that. I forgot what the technique is called. And he can also read people's minds, but the way he does it is not really useful, since it actually has to be touching the person's person's head and reading their mind. He also has telekinesis, but it's low level. It was shown being capable of lifting a cup of water. That's pretty much it. And he He also has the ability to fight without the need of his eyes by sensing the rifts or the changing movements in the air, which is a useful ability fighting someone that's actually faster than you, which gives you extra senses. He has the spirit bomb, which would affect Momoshiki since he's evil, but since he wouldn't have enough people to back him up to give him time, this technique is pretty much useless in a one-on-one. He has the solar flare technique, which allows him to shoot a ray of light, well, not a ray, a flash of light, capable of blinding the opponent for a few seconds, which would be useful if he's like getting beat down and needs to run away somewhere. He has the pressure point technique where he can go for certain weak points in a person's body and either paralyze them or kill them if it hits dangerous points, which would be useful if needed be in this fight. He has the after image technique, which is kind of useless if you're fighting against someone that's much faster than you, so this really wouldn't help him in a fight. Maybe to distract and catch Momoshiki off guard, it may help him. Now for Momoshiki, we know that base Momoshiki has the Byakugan, which gives him 360 vision, besides that one tiny spot on his back. And it also allows him to see energy flowing through a person's body. And he also has the Rinnegan, which he uses to absorb certain energies, and it's been shown to absorb, and not just only chakra. So if Goku throws a ki blast, he would be able to actually absorb it. And some people may disagree, but watch the anime because Madara is capable of absorbing sage energy, which is different to chakra. It was stated by the Toad and said to be two different things in a way. And the other way to achieve sage mode is to mix your chakra with sage energy. So it's not chakra, it's something different, and it was able to be absorbed by Madara, meaning they can absorb not just chakra but all sorts of other energies as well, meaning Goku's ki blasts would, in theory, be able to get absorbed by Momoshiki, which is an extremely useful ability. However, Goku can use physical attacks, which Momoshiki is weak against. Because even Sasuke stated if we had Rock Lee, Momoshiki would have got stomped, destroyed. So that's something to keep in mind. Back to his Byakugan, in the manga, it was able to foresee people's fate. Fate is described as a path that's already predetermined by a higher power, which means a lack of free will in a sense. And Momoshiki's Byakugan allows him to see the fate of others, which is another way of saying he can see into the future, but he can't see his own fate. But to see the fate of others, he has to be looking into their eyes, but it's not that bad since he actually immobilizes the person for a while looking into their eyes. So it's quite a useful technique, to be fair. Forgot to add that his absorption technique allows him to release the technique at least 2 times stronger than the opponent's original technique, which is extremely useful ability in a one-on-one situation. He also has the ability to fly, and his soul spirit was so powerful that even after he got killed, his spirit could physically interact with the world of the living for a few moments and give Boruto some seal and give him a power boost, stating that he would not be a normal person anymore after defeating him, who is a god. These are just abilities that I want Momoshiki to have in the upcoming anime, which Kishimoto said should be better and longer than the movie. I want him to be able to fully utilize the Byakugan, meaning he can use the palms and all the techniques shown, like the palms, the wind palms, and the rotation and all that. And I also want to see him be able to fully use his Rinnegan, like be able to extract souls, manipulate gravity, and summon giant animals, and all sorts of stuff, which would be cool to see. Hope Kishimoto actually does that in the upcoming anime adaptation of the Boruto movie. One more category is hand-to-hand combat, which I just added in recently. But that really shouldn't need to be spoken of because we know that Goku is far superior to Momoshiki in hand-to-hand combat. This shouldn't even be a topic. Now for my thoughts. If the battle starts with hand-to-hand combat, then Goku might take this with mid difficulty. But if it starts with like Momoshiki not taking it seriously and treating Goku like a lower life form, this also could end with Goku winning, taking the fight with mid difficulty. But if the fight starts with Momoshiki taking it seriously and seeing Goku as an actual threat, then I can see Momoshiki taking this with ease, really, because he's got much more power and he's got much more speed, and he can absorb any key blast that Goku throws at him. And is also, and if Goku tries to get close, Momoshiki's speed will just allow him to dodge his attacks and so on. So honestly, I don't really see Goku winning this fight unless it's hand-to-hand fight, and at that rate he could win, he could lose, because Momoshiki is not all that bad at hand-to-hand combat as well. Because we can see that Kaguya also relies heavily on techniques, but she's also got decent hand-to-hand combat. Could be the same with Momoshiki. Could have some decent hand-to-hand combat. And yeah, so I can't honestly see a situation where Goku can win unless it's Momoshiki not taking it seriously and also being a hand-to-hand combat to begin with. So yeah, that's my video. Thanks. Subscribe and like. Thank you.